Okay, hello, good evening, welcome. It's Thursday, another exciting edition of the Art Eco Framework for Musicians and Creatives Thursday. Not a very short title, but nonetheless super exciting. So, let's get down to it. So, let me take the placeholder off, otherwise you can't see anything. There we go. How did that get smaller? Okay, let me just bring that again. There we go. So last week, I left you with the very exciting plan, basically, that we had. Wow. But you saw me build that up, so there's a lot scarier than that, because we did it bit by bit. But anyway, basically, this whole thing is about, where you are today and where you want to be in the future. And if you remember, I'm picking route number 2. I'm just jumping straight in with number 2. Now, if you're not confident, then you should do phase 1 first. So I'm not covering that here. That would be in the paid course, as would phase 3. I'm just jumping in with phase 2 just to share with you what I'm doing and how it's going to work and how it's working and all that kind of stuff. So phase 1 is, if you're not confident and you want to do it, simple and build it up, and then you'd get into phase 2 and then finally into phase 3 or whatever. I'm just jumping straight in with phase 2. So this looks super scary. But I basically, built this up with you one by one. So it's actually really only 3 things. It's only 3 things, really. But what we didn't do is we didn't map out the timetable, which is, physically what steps we're going to take over the 16 weeks. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm actually going to do it as a text list first. I should, I will probably, maybe not, I don't know, probably lay it out in this kind of, more weekly date order. But just for the sake of this, I'm just going to do a list. And because might change my mind as I'm, explaining it to you as to what will happen. So let's just take the key things, that we want to do. So we need, I'm just going to list them, out first. So we need a finished, polished song. Okay, so obviously that's got to happen. So I'll come back in a minute and work out the actual order and the steps and the length in a second. But let's just list out what we need. So we need the finished song. Okay, we need an extended song, for UGC. Okay, I explained all this last week. It's in the paid vault if you missed it. Then we need breakdown song. Again with UGC. I might list the UGC separately, actually, because we probably want to focus on that, what the audience is saying, and react back to that. Okay, then we need some sort of some sort of collaboration project. And that could also be, art and video. It doesn't have to just be music, as we discussed last week. Then we need song 1 extended for sale. Okay, now that won't take very long, to do, but it's obviously a really important step. So I'm just going to make sure we got it listed. And then we have the e-gig. Where's my cursor gone? Okay, we have the e-gig. Now to do the e-gig, the e-gig's just the extended track. Yeah, okay. Let me just put that down. E-gig of extended track. Okay, so that's the kind of, penultimate conclusion of all this UGC stuff going on. Right, backstage pass, so that means that we need the backstage. Okay. And also we actually need the premium backstage access. Again, that won't take seconds to do, but you know, we it's an important step, so I just want to make sure that we've listed it. It won't take a whole week just to do that. Let's just copy that over, I think. I was going to get the other template, but I'll just make the other template by doing that. Right, there we go. Okay, that's good. Let's just backspace all this. This is actually going to be... Oh, I've gone to 10, have I? Actually, I won't bother renumbering that in this minute. Right, so we did the premium backstage pass. There we go. Right, so we need... What happened to song 2? Oh, this is song 2, I suppose, effectively, is it? Where did I do song 2? Okay, I think technically that's song 2, actually. Where have I lost a song? Okay, I'm going to change that to song 2 for a minute. Right, so we need song 2. Okay, that's fine. That's that done. We need a bundle collection. Plus exclusive. I'll think about that in a minute. Exclusive. And then finally, right, we have the community. Again, that's not something we need to set, you know, it won't take a week to set up, but it's just, you know, it's important, so we just need to make sure we got it in one of the steps somewhere. And then song 4 is basically optional, but I'm going to do it. Okay, and that's, I think, basically it. Yeah, and then the legend. Let's put that in. It's not really a step. It's only going to take a week, but anyway, yeah, the legend feeds back. Okay, so the only thing I'm concerned about is where song 2 went. So we do the finished song. We create an extended song. We get the feedback for collaboration. That feeds back into that, and they can buy that, and they do that, and then we do song 2, and then that would, in theory, then just be song 3. I've missed something here. Yeah, I think I've missed something here. So there should be song 2 here. Which is another reason for coming to the gig, because they haven't heard it yet, you see. So that's, you know, that's another big reason to come to the live event. But that won't be a collaborative one, so it's literally just going to feed into. Let me just make a different colour. It's literally just going to feed into, you know, into that. There we go. Let's colour that up. There we go. And I'll just nick that arrow there, I think. If I could just manage to pick it up and twiddle it, there we go. Yeah, there we go. It's better down there, wasn't it? Okay. Right, so there's the song tune. Okay, so it's before the e-gig. See, this is why I didn't want to renumber the other side, because the list was going to change. In fact, what I might do, sorry, that's song 3 now. Right, so what I might do actually is just shrink this down so I can get it all on one panel. Of course, apparently the font didn't behave itself. 24 point, I think. There we go. So we've got it all on one panel. Brilliant. Okay. So that's that's basically all the steps that are needed, and actually there is actually only 16. So we could do one of those per week, but I don't think it would take that long, and we might need to put some other steps in there. So can I shrink that down and make that longer? Maybe I can. Okay, so that's this is kind of tasks. In fact, week 1 isn't even a task. So there's only 15. There we are. So there's 15 tasks, but we've got 16 weeks. So the first thing is that we need this finished polished song. So that's step 1. Okay, so we can take the whole week, to get that and to sort this out. And then in week 2, we want to work on basically both of these things, but that's not another week. You see, that's another part of that week. Then I think we should, just focus on the fans basically. Don't think there's any. I think that's good. And then we can start the collaboration project. That's fine. That could certainly take a week. Then we need to none of them. Then we need to. Where's the spelling mistake? There we go. Then we can spend another week, creating song 2. So we can do that, and then basically, hang on, I've missed. How should we do that? Yeah, I suppose we should do that. Right, then we make it for sale, basically. I don't know what I've written there. Hang on. Collaboration. There we go. Not coming up in red. I guess it's right. So then we can spend another week creating song 2. Plus, we need to promote. In fact, we'll do that before as well. Promote the gig more. So I think we'll, okay, we'll tease that here. And I think we'll do it there as well. So basically we want to pre-arm them that we're doing this e-gig. We want to build it up. We want to build it up over the weeks. So I might actually do T-3 or something, and this one will be T-2. So we want to get some event marketing going on, some excitement here. T-1, and then this actually in week 7 is actually the e-gig, which is songs 1 extended. Is that going to fit? Yeah, we should do extended plus new song 2. Okay, so they would know that. So also in this, we're going to tell them that the extended is the final version of the extended is going to be here, that they'll hear it, and then also we'll tell them that there's a completely new song too, plus the extended here. So we've got different news every week, basically. So if you like, we're saying that we've done the song, they liked it. We invite them to join in, so we give them the breakdown version. We get them to join in and say what it's like. We do the collaboration project, to make it, with their input, and then we're going to announce the fact that we'll release the final version of that. Plus, we'll release the final version of that in a couple of weeks. And that also there'll be an e-gig in a couple of weeks, and they can buy it next week. So they can buy one. But also, then that week, it can be, actually be for sale. Now again, I don't know. I don't think that's another week actually. Then we can announce in this week that there's, as well as the extended that they can do, and also we can remind them that they can buy it. That there'll be a new song which they've not even heard before, and maybe we'll do a teaser snippet of that. And again, maybe plus 4 choices of something, something about the track, which beat, do they like, or something like that. And sorry, this is the e-gig. There we are. Let me just put e-gig at the beginning. There we are. So e-gig teaser snippet of song 2. Room to describe this one. Plus 4 choices. Of UGC again. Actually, we'll do 2. Actually, we'll do 3 times 4 choices. There we are. So it'll actually be 12 choices. Okay. So again, they're going to feel part of that. Plus, we're telling them that the extended version is coming, and don't forget that they can buy it. Extended in. Well, we know it's the e-gig, but I'm going to put it there again. Then we actually do the e-gig. Okay, obviously we're going to remind people and sell tickets basically to it. Remember, the tickets is basically free, extended, and premium. Okay, because if they're real fans already, we don't need to keep them waiting. It's an option though. If they're not real fans, they can wait until they are. So, oh yeah, hang on. So I do need an extra week in there somehow. So we've got quite a song there. Just trying to think. That's okay there. No, I guess that's okay. Oh no, sorry, the backstage pass, that's what's missing here. Okay, well we haven't got much to do there, have we? So let's create the backstage pass here. Okay, it's not actually that hard. It's not time intensive, it's just really a kind of membership area really. So that's that. Okay, so we fit that in. Right, then we can create song 3, and as well as that we need to do another teaser, this time of upcoming bundle. Again, we can do snippets of song 3 plus invite. We'll stick to the same formula, 3 times UGC. Okay. Actually, that's nonsense. It's just that actually. 3 times 4 choices. There we are. 3 times 4 choices. Okay, so every step of the way we're involving, the audience Okay, which is one of the most important things about being this kind of artist. In this digital era. Sorry. And in fact, we might as well just use that there as well. Might put it there as well. Something like that. Because I'm going to run out of room now. But anyway. I'm really going to run out of room. Okay, let's just shrink that right down. I'm sorry it's a bit hard to read. I'll make it bigger in 2 bits in a minute. So we're only on week 7, so that's good. So we've done song 3. Then we've got this bundle collection. Okay, but we're not actually going to do that there. Oh no, actually it's plus exclusive. And here we can tease what the exclusive is, which is basically song 4, I guess. And then that week we release it, right? And my fonts have gone a bit mad, but never mind. And then we want to nurture the community. And that might mean we do some, extra versions or whatever, or remixes, or videos, or art, or stories, or interviews, or whatever we can do. Maybe we can tease with the e-gig replay, and then that will be part of the content anyway. And then and then we can feed back the legend, which I need to, that's another show, really. Okay, so we've got 12 weeks of actual kind of hardcore activity here, and we've got 16 weeks to do it in, so we can actually, put in a bit of breathing space now and again, if we need to. I can have that now. Sorry, my video driver just said I could update it. I don't really want to update it right in the middle of a show. Thanks, guys. So, what do we need to do? So what we haven't really done is release song 1, have we? So it won't be released there. It will be teaser. Oops. Then we need to do the extended, and then we need to do the no, that can't be right. Tease that it's coming, release it, then do the extended version. Yeah, that's better. And all that. Let me just put a back in behind there because it's hard to see. There we go. So we've still got a couple of weeks. So it's not really going to take that long, actually. I think we'll put another one in there. Okay, I also like some more you see in there, i.e., dedications, memories, how it makes them feel, their art or photo contributions, depending what it's about. So a lot of stuff could happen there. So that's good. So we're up to 15 weeks now. I think we'll probably stick with that, to be honest. Do we need another week in there? Put another week in there, actually. Some more teasers and snippets. And you see, basically, just working the crowd. Okay, basically, just working the crowd. Okay, and that's it. There's our 16-week, plan, really. So now we've got all that in. Can I make it a bit bigger so it's readable? Not really. Okay. I could probably do 16, although it's not officially in there. But 16 fits. So there we go. Okay, so that's basically the plan. I can't actually really make it any bigger than that. But if you're in the paid membership, I'd make that so it could print out. But anyway, but you can see, basically what's happening. So there are my 16 weeks. I don't know why my voice went like that. And then I would just, feed them into something a bit more, calendary. But I won't do that now because it's boring to watch, I imagine. And we can make these bigger. Yeah, something like that. Come on. As I say, that'd be boring to watch. So I'm not going to do that in front of you. And all I'm doing is I'm just copying out these bits, but it just makes it a bit easier to see when it's a bit more like this. And then we could actually put the dates. When we actually launching. The actual date. Okay, so we know we're on schedule. Okay, so I just carry on with these. Kind of like that. Although that should be 2. Actually, I don't even need that in there. Okay, I'm not not doing very well with that. Let me just take that off. There we are. Okay, and then we'll apply that style over here, and then we'll take. Oh, it did it. Right. Oh, okay, took the bullet point off. I'll just do the third one just because I've written it in. This song 1. And again, we'll just copy the formatting over from there to there. Okay. Anyway, you can see how it's it would go, and then we got 2 pages of that over the 16 weeks. So we put the actual date in, for each one as well, just so that we know we're on track. Okay. So that's basically it. So we'll just do a very quick review of what it is, because this is actually the 16-week plan. So basically, week 1 we can when we decide to do it, we work on our first song, and we publicly run campaigns or social and all that kind of stuff. That song 1 is coming. There might be some snippets in there or something, and then we actually release the song, and invite reaction and sharing and all that kind of stuff. Okay, and maybe there's actually a viral competition there if we want to kind of spice things up a bit. Again, I'll talk about that more in another week. Okay, and then we work on the extended and the breakdown version. We haven't really talked to the audience there, so we'll get more reaction and competition. Then we really concentrate on all the stuff that's come in from the audience about in these last 2 weeks, and at the same time we create the backstage pass, and we tease them that the e-gig is coming in about 3 weeks. I don't think it's 3 weeks now. Where is the e-gig? There, it's actually week 9. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, it's in 4 weeks' time. Then we announce and do the collaboration project with them. This is going to be T-3. Obviously, that's going to be T-2. Missed a week somewhere. Oh no, there it is. This is Oh, come on. T-1, and then we have the actual thing. Okay, so that's pretty good. Yeah, 4 weeks out. That's quite nice. Okay. So then we do the collaboration project, and we get the UGC in from them, and we tell them that the gig's coming T-3 in the next week. We're teasing them that the song number 1 will be available to actually buy. Okay, in some form or other, with some sort of benefit or other. And again, we're going to ask for, again, more on this collaboration project. And then that song is actually available for sale. We spend that week creating song 2. We're teasing them that -3 is coming out, plus this new song that we're just making here. And that there's an e-gig coming, T-3. I'll take that out of there, I think. Yeah. And give them a snippet of song 2, the one we're just working on this week. And we'll ask some questions about that. Again, to get their UGC in. The next week we remind them that we're selling the tickets, and that they can either get, just get in free, just reserve a place, buy the extended, which means they get the, the replay, and it's only $1 or something, and then, or they can get the premium, which has, the backstage pass. Okay, and then we actually do the gig. Oh, hang on, that can't be right then. Oh, I see. Hang on. What did I do wrong there? What have I done wrong there? That's the actual e-gig there. Maybe I miscounted, did I? That should be T-1. I must have miscounted. That must be T-2. That must be T-3. Okay, so it's only 4 weeks. I'd have rather had 5, but we can still do it there, can't we? In fact, we could even do it back here. Except that'd be T-5 actually. Yeah, we might as well just keep mentioning it all the time, really, mightn't we? If we don't tell them, they won't know. So, yeah, so 5 weeks out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's better. Where's the 2? There it is. Then we actually do the e-gig, where we're also performing song 2, which they've only heard a snippet of. But that's, it's 2 songs, and the first song is an extended mix. It could be an insanely extended mix with lots of video, VJ stuff going on and whatever. And that's that. Then we spend the next week creating song 3. We tease them that a bundle is coming along, because now they've heard 1 and 2. They've heard the remixed version of 1, which they helped to create, basically. And now they know that song number 3 is coming out. We some snippets of 3, and again ask them for UGC, so that they contribute towards song 3 as well, because it's gone over the line now. Gonna make that any bigger. Yeah, probably. There we go. Wow, that's really tight. Okay. So no song 3 is coming. More teasers, more snippets, more UGC. That's basically the plan, Tease them that the bundle collection is coming, plus something else exclusive, which actually is song 4. So I said song 4 was optional, and I don't think it is actually now. Song 4 is kind of mandatory. Or it could be a remix. I mean, or remix of 3. Yeah, it's up to you. And when I say remix, it could also be unplugged. Whatever you want to do, just another version. But I'm going to do song 4. So, teaser of song 4. I missed the, because I'm going to go off the page there. I'll put it in the same line though. Again, the basic plan is always going to be, the snippet plus invite them to contribute, proactively in some way. I think we've covered that in the other weeks, really. Maybe I haven't given exact specific examples of what they might be yet. But yeah, we're actually trying to get the audience to interact with what we're doing to a sufficient degree that they're actually influencing the song, or actually, appearing on the song or contributing on the song. To do it. If somebody wants to play a little bongo riff or something, then we can include that in the extended version. Okay, or we give them, simple thing. We just give them a choice of 4 things. Do you prefer this beat, or this beat, or this beat, or this beat, or do you prefer this sound, this sound, this sound, or this sound? Do you prefer this word, this word, this word, or this word? When I say word, I mean phrase, probably. If I have to cut a verse, which topic part of the verse would you rather, not have? What story would you like me to tell you? Which is the most relevant and touching story to your own experience? And again, I'm going to invite them to tell their stories, and use those to shape what the song's going to be. So that's the basic formula for all 4 songs. Really, at some point, we don't really ever really want to just release a song that they haven't heard at all and that they haven't made any contribution towards. So I want them to contribute to every single track, all 4 tracks, so that the tracks as much, well, not as much theirs as mine, I don't want to pay them, but that they had a hand in forming what came out, so that it's really intimate and personal and means something to them. Okay, that's the important thing. So all the tracks should have that kind of level of interaction. The beauty, as we've said, kind of in week 1, was that, in the old days, you just do something that was your idea, your version, and you just throw it out there, and you'd hope that people liked it. Okay, but now we're in this digital era where people can actually react and shape and tell us what they do and don't like. Not exactly before we do it, but as we do it. Okay, they can actually tell us what they like as we do it, and then we can change what we're doing from their feedback, from their contribution. And if they want to send in a bongo part, or sing la, or clap, or whatever, or send in a name of a character that they want to call it, or anything at all, we want to collaborate with them to create these 4 songs, basically. Let's be careful with the word in there, because we don't want to pay them. But we want them to collaborate so that it means something to them. Okay, that's the big, aha, if there is an aha moment. Okay, in this whole process, that you really should have got by now, is that the audience collaborates on every song, so that it means something extra special to them. Okay, and if it isn't that, then it's something else. So what I mean by that is that even if what they collaborate with is to send send in a photo that's used in the video, or the cover, or the wall, or whatever. Hall of Fame. It's not a Hall of Fame as such, but that kind of, I'm borrowing that from the game industry. So we need to decide what that actually looks like in a music sense, but it's the same concept. It's a Hall of Fame. It's their presence in the in the project, visually in some way. Let's make that a bit bigger. Okay, but this is the big, this is the big thing. That the audience collaborates us with the song. It's no longer a passive, music is no longer a passive medium. It's about them being part of the song. Okay, that is the big thing. I'm just going to put it up there even, because it's actually that important. Okay, because brilliantly it decided to go some ridiculously small font. I don't know why. And let me... Okay, that wasn't quite what I meant. Come on, Google. There we go. Being a part of each song. Okay, that's the big thing. Don't know how to say that in English, but anyway, but it's something like that. So that's the big thing. Okay, it's a collaboration project between us and the audience, so that it means something extra personal to them, so that they're very happy to invest in it, because it is actually a part of them. Okay, it doesn't just mean something to them; it is actually a part of them. That's my goal for mine anyway. And we can see we've got the 16-week thing, 16-week plan, not thing, and we can see that it's basically only as much as complicated as I've made it look, and it isn't actually complicated. It's really only 4 steps. Is that we're only actually creating 4 songs. That's all we're talking about artistically. Is 4 songs. Not really that much. Everything else is really just working the audience. To be honest, it's working the audience. Where, as I say, we do this. We do this in this process. Okay. Maybe I'll write the process down a minute. Let me just find song 4. Where was create song 4? It's actually over here. Okay, I would have put it on a new line, but I haven't got enough room. Anyway, let's create song 4. So, as I say, artistically, it's only 4 songs. Okay, everything else is the process and working the crowd. Okay, let me just put that in. Why didn't that work? Oh, it did work. So the process is 1, working the crowd. I'm going to type when I want it. And 2, what did I just say? Oh yeah, the way we work the crowd really actually is what is this is let me write that down somewhere. I'm sure I did. Yeah, it's actually that there. There. Okay, teasers and snippets and UGC, as we said, working the crowd. There already. Let me say that again. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, we basically keep asking them what they think, and involving them in what it means to them and that kind of stuff. So that's basically what we're doing all the time. Okay, is we're working the crowd, and by working the crowd, I basically mean, interacting, not just responding or nodding or liking. We don't want them to like, so why should we just, like them? If we want to interact, then we have to interact with them to show them, what we mean. So, teasers and questions. Sorry, I haven't put the question in there. Plus UGC, which equals, which basically is, well, actually, the UGC is technically the answers. The answers to the questions. There we are. Okay, and when I say questions, really I mean choices. So we just ask them, which they prefer at various stages, and that will, create a collaboration with them. It's probably easier to think of it that way, actually. I think. yeah, anyway, so it's working in the crowd and collaboration. Hang on, collaboration. There we are. Working in the crowd and collaboration. That's basically what the process is. Okay, we work the crowd and we collaborate with them, and that gives us, as I say, the extra content which we can feed back into them to make it feel like they're part of the thing. Anyway, so that's it really. That's the 16-week plan. You can see it fits in the 16 weeks quite carefully. I even had, it was actually in 12, and we've managed to, take a bit more time over it. And we're done. And 16 weeks is 3 months, so it's quite a long time. And all the time, we're working the crowd and we're collaborating. That's basically the watchword here, so that they become part of the project. Okay, and this is how we actually map it out, week by week over those 16 weeks, and that's it. So hopefully you like that. That's basically the list version of this. So although this may or may not look super complicated, it wouldn't look super complicated if you watched me build it up from the beginning in last week, which is now in the paid vault. But this is the plan, and then this is what it looks like as a list. But as you can see, artistically, it's only 4 songs, and the rest of it is just this process, working the crowd and collaboration. Okay, which has been a performer really, being a musician, being an artist, being an emotional leader in feelings, things like that. Anyway, that's it. So I'm going to shut up now. I'll see you next week. I don't know what next week will be, but it'll be the next stage in this. So talk to you then. Bye bye for now. Bye bye. Bye bye.